0.000009%, a number that can define one's whole career. Over 800,000 people apply to AIIMS, the All India Institute of Medical Sciences, New Delhi, each year. But only the top 7 of the best achieving students manage to secure a spot. The rest fulfill their dreams elsewhere, but a select few enter the quacks, the unqualified practitioners of medicine. With an acceptance rate considerably lower than that of Harvard Medical School, those getting accepted and graduating from AIIMS are only fueling the shortage of doctors. With the vast population of India, there aren't enough properly trained doctors to address all the medical emergencies that occur each year. For every 1,000 people in India, at least one doctor should be present, according to the World Health Organization, but that number has increased from 1,000 to 1,500. On the morning of November 18th, so-called Dr. Neeraj Agarwal was arrested along with his wife and lab technician after a complaint of medical negligence from a patient's family. The fake clinic was located in the Greater Kailash area of South Delhi, the rural part of the capital of India. The patient had died after having gallbladder surgery due to hemorrhagic shock, which is severe blood loss. It was found that the lab technician wasn't even a college graduate and worked as a helper to a senior surgeon. He would perform at least 3,000 surgeries a year, many of which resulting in death caused by severe blood loss. Fake doctors are common in rural areas because of the shortage of doctors in these developing areas. Most qualified doctors aren't willing to work in these areas because they're often unequipped with the proper equipment and facilities. They also earn less and have to stay away from their families. As a result, the residents have to rely on fake doctors as their only hope. Some residents don't even report these incidences because if they were to, then they would not be able to go in a medical emergency. As a result, these residents are more susceptible to fraud and adverse outcomes. Other bizarre incidents have happened as a result of the lack of education of these doctors. When Rajesh took his diabetic father to a local quack for insulin injections, he was promised a cure for as little as 50 cents, when the average price of insulin in India is $6, which is still unaffordable to many villagers. The quack injected the insulin into his wrist, when even Rajesh knew that that wasn't proper practice. His father died hours later. Another quack during surgery removed the small intestine and told the patient's family that he had removed the snake from the patient. Many who claim to be fake doctors get their training from holding minor positions, assisting physicians, and claiming to know everything about medicine. This is the problem, not because they claim to know everything about medicine, but because they claim to know everything from their supervisors. Most qualified doctors today aren't getting enough training to be confident in their abilities. There are 2 types of medical schools in India, those that are privately owned and those that are governmentally funded. Most medical schools are either started by businesses or entrepreneurs who are focused on earning profit rather than the hands-on training that students receive. In order for these medical schools to continue operating, they need to pass governmental inspections, which require the students to practice with a stable patient population. Most medical schools are located in rural areas due to cheaper land, but the residents in these areas aren't willing to choose these hospitals because they're expensive compared to their income. So, hospitals like these often hire residents as fake patients to pass governmental inspections. To catch these quacks by surprise, the police will often raid their practices and file a report against them. But these cases take years to review, and they're often let out with a fine of just 500 rupees, which is equivalent to $6. They're able to relocate and start practicing again, which is a major threat to the well-being of the people around them. This problem is rapidly spreading throughout the world. The market value for aesthetic surgery has grown over 43% worldwide, with an estimate of about $50 billion. These treatments are common in East and Southeast Asia, and as beauty standards become more restrictive, the rise of bag doctors is inevitable. Bag doctors, carrying all their supplies in a bag, these bag doctors are infamous for providing plastic surgery at cheaper prices. With the new trends and celebrities, people get addicted to changing their appearance and come in search of underground operations, such as these, that promise a lot in exchange for a cheaper price. One such tragedy happened to Helen Grace, who got a botched rhinoplasty in a clinic in Bangkok, Thailand. She went in for a consultation, and just 4 hours later, she was undergoing surgery. She stated that she felt something was off, but the doctor assured her and told her to wait for her nose to heal. It was found later that not only was her nose not the desired shape, but now she had difficulty breathing through one nostril. It was going to take multiple corrective and expensive procedures to correct this issue. Helen Grace has been fighting for the past 15 years in the Thai civil court for compensation, but she still hasn't received justice. This problem is also developing in the United States, with multiple people impersonating doctors or doctors prescribing illicit drugs that cause bodily harm. Kathleen Ann Helms was arrested for misrepresenting herself as a doctor of naturopathy or self-healing. She diagnosed a patient with Lyme disease, which is caused by ticks, and created a treatment plan consisting of central line injections when the typical treatment is antibiotics. Central line injections target your carotid artery, which is in your neck, but even a minor cut to this artery can cause death with seconds. The patient was hospitalized shortly after. Whether it is Thailand, the US, or India, these fake doctors present a major threat to the well-being of the people around them. But instead of outright leaving these doctors homeless, the government is trying to hold education programs to address this issue. These include teaching the doctors about proper sanitary conditions, medical procedures, and health safety concerns. This, combined with the convenient location of these doctors, people around the world will be able to receive the adequate health care they deserve. But for now, awareness is the best vaccine for this pandemic. Thank you.